Welcome back to The Wealthy Path, where we help you take control of your money before your money controls you. You've been told credit cards build your credit, but what they don't tell you is they can also quietly destroy your future. Behind those cashback rewards and shiny card designs lies a trap that banks don't want you to see. Today, I'm exposing the truth about credit cards, the good, the bad, and the hidden dangers no one talks about. This is one of the biggest scams of our time, and until you hear this video, chances are you will never know about it. Welcome to our channel, where we teach you how to get rich without an education. So let's talk about credit cards, shall we? Credit cards have some advantages that can help you, but at the same time, they're also extremely dangerous if you don't use them correctly. Today we'll be covering the hidden truth about credit cards, so you know exactly what you're getting yourself into. First, we'll start with the good things about credit cards, so you know what they tell you. There are several benefits to having a credit card. Most people already know that credit cards allow you to build your credit score, which can help you buy homes, cars, or even qualify for a loan. Credit cards can also offer great cashback rewards, points or miles for travel. Let's say you fly somewhere on vacation and you lose your wallet. If the thief steals your credit card, you won't be liable for any fraudulent charges, unlike with a debit card. In addition, sometimes credit cards can offer you 0% interest for a certain period of time or a reduced interest rate, which can come in handy if you plan on carrying a balance from month to month. Another benefit is that you can access your money anytime through an ATM in case of an emergency. But this should only be used for emergencies because there is an extra fee associated with it. Finally, and most importantly, if you pay your credit card bill in full every single month, you can actually build your credit score without paying any interest. This is by far the smartest way to use a credit card, because you get all the benefits of owning one without going into debt. Now we're going to switch gears and talk about the ugly part of credit cards, what they don't tell you. So here's the hidden truth about credit cards. Credit cards are designed to make you stay in debt. Think about it. Would you rather receive $500 in cash, or would you rather receive a credit card with a $500 limit? Even though both options might seem like the same thing on the surface, they're completely different. The bank isn't doing you any favor by giving you a credit card. They want you to borrow money from them so they can make money off of you. The way credit card companies make money is simple. They charge interest on any unpaid balance. If you pay your balance in full every month, then you won't be charged any interest. But if you don't, then they can earn hundreds of dollars in profit just off of you. For example, let's say you borrow $1,000 from your credit card and you only pay the minimum balance. At a 20% annual interest rate, you'd end up paying $1,540 by the time you pay off your debt. That's an extra $540, just an interest expense. As you can see, interest can quickly add up and become a huge amount. This is why you always need to pay your balance in full, or you will never be able to pay off your debt. Next, let's talk about the psychological trap that credit cards lead you into. Here's what they don't tell you. First, credit cards disconnect your emotions from your spending. You don't feel the pain of losing money physically, so you're less likely to feel guilty when you buy something expensive. Second, according to a recent study, people spend up to 100% more when they use a credit card compared to when they use cash. This is because we tend to spend more when we use plastic money, since we feel like we're not losing anything tangible, and therefore we feel no emotional connection to it. Third, credit cards often offer very flexible payment plans such as buy now, pay later, which tricks your brain into thinking you can afford something you can't. This turns into buy now, pay forever, and ends up costing you a lot more money in the long run. And fourth, credit cards are engineered with behavioral triggers. For example, red is used to trigger excitement and encourage you to swipe your card. Also, credit card companies deliberately make their cards easy to tap and encourage you to do so because the sound of tapping can trigger dopamine release in your brain. So as you can see, credit cards are psychologically designed to trick us into overspending. Now let's talk about the real danger of credit cards, the debt spiral. It's easy to fall into a cycle of debt, and before you know it, you're trapped and can't get out. So let me show you how it happens. Let's say you're trying to save money for a down payment on a house. You work hard and manage to save up $10,000. However, a family emergency pops up and you need some extra cash. You take out a loan against your credit card and borrow $3,000. You promise yourself that you'll pay it back as soon as you can. However, a few months go by and you find yourself stuck in a never-ending cycle of debt. The interest on your credit card makes it impossible to pay off the balance, and you end up owing even more money than you borrowed. Before you know it, your debt spirals out of control and you can't pay off your balance no matter how hard you try. Here are the 3 main steps that lead you into the debt spiral. First, small balances turn into unmanageable amounts. Let's say you have a credit card with a $1,000 limit and a 20% interest rate. If you only pay the minimum balance each month, it would take you 11 years to pay off your debt, and you would end up paying over $2,500 in interest alone. On the other hand, if you make a few late payments, the interest rate on your card goes up and your monthly payments increase even more. Suddenly you're paying triple the amount of money and you still don't even own the money yet. Second, the interest compounds faster than your payments reduce the balance. Credit card companies know exactly how to trick you into staying in debt. They set up your payments in a way that the interest you owe compounds faster than your payments reduce the balance. This means that you always owe more money than you borrowed, even if you make all your payments on time. Third, it's easy to fall into multiple card debt without realizing it. When you apply for a credit card, the company will give you a credit limit based on your income and credit history. However, once you get approved, it's easy to get carried away and apply for more cards than you can handle. Each new card comes with a higher credit limit and lower interest rate, which can seem like a good thing at first. But before you know it, you're juggling multiple credit cards and you can't keep track of your payments anymore. Alright, now that you know the dark side of credit cards, let's cover some smart credit card habits so you don't fall into the trap we just discussed. Here's 6 tips that will help you become a credit card master instead of a credit card slave. Tip No. 1. Always pay your full balance every month. By paying your balance in full, you will not be charged any interest, and you can keep your credit score high. This is the most important tip to remember when it comes to using a credit card. Tip No. 2. Use cards like debit cards. Only spend what you have and don't borrow money just because you have a credit limit. Tip number 3. Track your spending and stick to your budget. It's important to know where your money is going and not spend more than you can afford. Tip number 4. Keep your utilization below 30% of your limit. Credit card companies report your credit usage to the credit bureau. If you use too much of your available credit, you can damage your credit score. Tip number 5. Limit yourself to 1 to 2 cards max. Avoid applying for too many cards because you'll end up getting declined. Too many applications can also hurt your credit score. And lastly, tip No. 6. Avoid store cards and flashy offers. Store cards often have high interest rates and unnecessary fees. Instead, focus on building your credit score with a reputable bank and use those cards to your advantage. Next, let's talk about the warning signs that you're in trouble. Here are 5 signs that you've fallen into the credit card trap. Number 1. Only paying the minimum due. If you can't afford to pay your balance in full, at least pay more than the minimum balance. Otherwise, you'll be stuck in debt forever. Number 2. Don't know your total credit card balance. If you can't keep track of your balances, you're in trouble. Make sure to review your statements regularly and stay on top of your payments. Number 3. Using new cards to pay off old ones. If you're using one card to pay off another, you're in a bad spot. This is a sign that you're relying too heavily on credit and need to cut back on your spending. Number 4. Feel stressed, ashamed, or out of control. If you're feeling overwhelmed by your debt, seek help immediately. There are resources available to assist you in getting out of debt and managing your finances effectively. And finally, No. 5. Relying on credit to fund your lifestyle. If you're using credit to buy unnecessary items, it's time to make a change. Take a close look at your spending habits and make sure you're only using credit for essential purchases. Now let's finish with a bang. We'll talk about what wealthy people do differently. While average people use credit cards to finance their lifestyle, wealthy people use them to their advantage and never rely on them to fund their lifestyle. Instead, they use cards strategically and responsibly. Rich people generally don't carry balances and use credit as a tool to earn points, miles, or cash back for travel or other expenses. They understand that debt can be a powerful financial tool when used correctly, but it can also be extremely harmful if not managed properly. Instead of being emotionally attached to credit cards, wealthy individuals use them as a means to accumulate wealth and leverage their financial position. They don't fall into the trap of using credit to buy unnecessary items or fund their lifestyle. Instead, they use it strategically to gain an advantage and maximize their wealth. Finally, wealthy people understand that true wealth is not just about accumulating money, but also about having control over your finances and not being enslaved by debt or credit card companies. They live within their means and make wise financial decisions to maintain their financial freedom. Thank you for watching this video. If you learned something new, don't forget to hit that subscribe button. Until next time.